Help me. I don't know.
But again, there's some advantages and advantages. How far? I want to go two microphones. Almost set. No chance of Facebook, of YouTube. Microphone check. Microphone check. Microphone check. Comment section. Testing microphone. A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. For one last match, welcome aboard once again to Southeast Bar. We are in the city of Mashingo, just 2 hours away from the Beit border between Zimbabwe and South Africa. It's a busy town, a little bit lonely. It has very vibrant people who do love their sport. Now today they will be treated to action between two of the final players from their respective countries. This is rematch of action that is happening between Blessing MUZARURWI, the bullet train, call him Bibito, of Zimbabwe, represented on the scoreboard by the blue scores.
It's okay. Because I'm putting this one, the different one. When you put it, I adjust. I can go even high.
And Blessing is rematching with the Ugandan Joseph KASOZI. These two did face off last. It was Thursday. Today is Monday. They faced off at 1 in Harare before embarking on Friday in a day-night journey to Mashengo to participate in the Zimbabwe Plus Session Nevsan Select Championship, which yesterday evening was won by Eshka Chimbwanda. There was a follow-up match of the comp that was won between Ian of Uganda and Blessing of Zimbabwe, racing to 15. It ended 15 frames to 14. A decider, Blessing coming victorious. He then told Kasozi, I want you next. Kasozi said, you are welcome, sir. Last time they did play for $1,000. Kasozi said, we can go a little bit higher. And they agreed after some discussion to increase the pot to by 400 more $, which they then gave to the mediator, who is Francis. And yes, now we have the action. The Ugandan has much stronger of the two, at least for the first 4 frames, and yes, a distant much stronger in the match. He leads by 4 frames to 0. The live stream of this action is on Peter Chobe Live YouTube. In the next 5 to 10 minutes, a Facebook stream on Q-Pixels Photography will be starting for our Facebook audience. Otherwise, in the meantime, Joseph Kasozi 4, Blessing Muzarurwi 0, race to 17. The rest is, yes, 17 for $1,400. Even here it's black. This here is even worse than this. Which network are you using? Which network are you using? I think it's weak in the day. Gadgets are tired. Not gadgets, Kasozi. It's not gadgets. Is it on? I'm just looking on to see if the network continues misbehaving from where I am streaming. It looks blurry. Yes, in the meantime, the Facebook stream on Q-Pixels Photography is now on. In the meantime, please inform me whether it's on my side or your side. For now, the network looks blurry. If it continues in the same kind of vein, I may have to stop the video and restart it after perhaps this present frame, if the network continues with such slow speed. Masimba, it's e-connected. I'm told it's the best internet speed that is available here. So, come on, man. Come on,
Come on, Daddy, come on. That's for someone else. Dole. Ai, ó, tá dado. Tudo, fica uma passa. Kau tinggal apa? Kamu video mana? Video. Kamu man zaru tuan. Man zaru ni. Come on, man. Vamos zaru tuan. Kamu sama. Where is you? No, come on. Okay.
Yeah, man. Nice chair, man. Come on. Nevertheless, man. Nice chair. Move on. Move on. Come on.
Not stable. Please notify me in the comment section if you're having stabilizing internet from where you are. Where I am, it's looking tricky. From where you are, I don't know. Kindly advise in the comment section if you have stable network from where you're following this action. If it is good, then we can go with it as it is. It has been a general challenge in this part of the country that for almost all this live streaming during the time the network has been kind of shaky. In the evenings it has been a little fair. Please notify me in the comment section if you have any. But now that most of you seem to be fine with how it is, I think we can go it is in its present state. Just in case you may have only recently just joined this stream, which has been happening for the last 31 minutes. It is a rematch between Blessing MUZARURWI, the bullet train, donning all black, and Joseph KASOZI, the sharpshooter, donning black and blue pants. The players are from Zimbabwe, the home guy, and Uganda, the away player, respectively. The race is 17. The consequence of defeat is $1,400 US. Special thanks to the management of Southeast Bar for staking the beat of Blessing MUZARURWI of $1,400 US, his own beat of the pot. And also special thanks to Roxbury in Kampala in Uganda, thousands of kilometers away, for staking on and managing Joseph KASOZI. In perhaps the next 2 hours or less, we shall have a winner of this match. It is the last bit of action that we are going to be having here in Mashingo. Thereafter, all of the players that have traveled from far and wide, from Bulawayo, from Harare, from elsewhere, will be proceeding to Harare, including the Ugandans, for more action tomorrow. What is lined up is the two very talented young men. That is Richard Mushewe, the family man, as well as Craig Nkala, playing relatively short races against one player, Ian Kazibwe. There is expectation of a $2,000 US pot between Eshka and KASOZI, but KASOZI first has to get done with Blessing, who is starting to put up what looks like a very, very big fight. He wins frame number 8, which is a third for himself, thereby scores being 3 for Blessing and 5 for KASOZI. Racing to 17. It's still early days yet, still too early to call. Looks like this one could once again take us all the way. Once again, Zimbabwe 3 and Uganda 5. Tafaza Jonga, thank you.
Is it on?
What's your network here? You see?
Econet. No, there it has to be on. So definitely, let me continue hotspotting myself first. It's Judas' phone receiving messages. Welcome to this big round of action. Big Pixels Photography family.
Once again, it is a rematch of action between Blessing and KASOZI. Be reminded that the first match between the two was played last Thursday at at Mega 1 in Harare. That match was won by Blessing, who seems to be so confident that he can do it again against the Ugandan, who, by the way, according to the poll station of Uganda, is ranked first amongst Ugandan pool players. Blessing, without a shadow of a doubt, one of Zimbabwe's finest at the moment. Just that he's still under the shadow of the two more formidable shooters in Eshka and Malvan, in whichever order. Blessing is snookered. We'll want to find yellow off the right cushion, hopefully for himself, find it as well as pot it. He will not be finding it. He will not be potting it. He will be fouling. He seems not to be contented whatsoever. Maybe he was so keen on trying to pot. Sometimes it's better to go safest when you try to pot off the cushion sometime, because potting would have been easier if he played off cushion, again off to cushion and then off blue. In the end, he missed the blue, and Kasozi is heavily favored to win the frame and once again regain a 3-cushion lead. For whatever reason, there is something that Blessing got wrong before the match. The two players are my friends and we were chatting. He seemed so sure. He may not be in the know that the guy about whom he's sure of beating is way more experienced than Blessing and has played more matches of this level than Blessing. It can still be anybody's game. Kasozi will not be any pushover for Blessing, and this ongoing frame is exact testament of that. He will be potting black to the corner pocket bottom left and will be extending his lead once again to 3 frames. And ladies and gentlemen, after 9 frames of play, it is Joseph Kasozi of Uganda 6 and Blessing MUZARURWI of Zimbabwe 3. Thank you for watching, my friend Edrin. In my local lingua, he's actually brother. He's saying I didn't advertise this much, so he didn't know. No, we advertise myself and Francis. It's just that it's a Monday and it's a working day, so you are so busy. You don't have time for social media. You look at Break and Finish Live as well as Key Pixels Photography Facebook pages. The poster and captions were pinned early this morning. But now late in the afternoon, the Ugandan is having a 3-frame lead heading into frame number 10, which he will be hoping to win to take his lead into 4 frames. It's the pyramid that is the top ball. The break, however, is dry. Blessing is having the support of an entire building. Kasozi only has one fan around, Ian, who is not exactly a supportive fan. He just looks around and watches, perhaps encourages only in some kind of, he gives him moral support by being around. It's a very good way to define the abilities of the players, those who have the guts to have these kind of tours at places far away from home, on tables they never ever get to practice on without any home ground advantage, and with the money at stake, they normally get out of these tours as much better players. There was a misinterpretation of what I said yesterday about Malva and Eshka when they are facing off in the quarterfinals of the Zipper comp. I said they got out of Uganda, out of the tour as better players. I didn't mean that they learned how to play in Uganda. Of course, they came as very good players, but that tour did make them much better players. I'm sure of what I was talking about. The same exact way the advent of Caesar in Zambia got him a much better player. And the other players who keep touring around the place, Blessing, I've not yet seen him tour so much. Mkosinati Bobezi, the Eswatinian player, he got a tour in Zimbabwe early in there. It was helpful. Kelvin touring Kenya and Uganda and Tanzania. It's making him more formidable. It's the turn of Joseph Kasozi to tour. For the first time he has missed a would be very critical ball. You look at the position of the yellows, you get a feeling that more likely than not Blessing will be finishing them off and will be sealing the first 10 frames with him having won at the very last, but he has to do it first. He has a very good stroke, I like it. He also has a lot of belief in himself. He once told me, just after winning a match, I think with Ishmael, that he wishes one time to be locked up in a room with Ishmael. What he needs in that room is a pool table, he needs his cue stick, he needs Ishmael, and he needs Ishmael to have all the money in the world. He says with Ishmael he can play for a full day and a full night. And yet Ishmael is a much more established player than Blessing, who has now gotten himself partially snookered. He has sight of only one of the yellows, which can be portable by sharp cut to the corner pocket top right. Cue ball has to bounce off 2 cushions. He's on target. He's back in business. Blessing recovers. He'll now want to put yellow to the corner pocket top left, and then another yellow to the center pocket left. Oops, that was not necessary. That yellow was still portable to that center pocket by simply having rolled the last one in. It was portable off Kasozi's blue. It's the same shot he may want to play. He may want to defend somehow. He needs a big recovery here. He has not to risk potting the cue ball. May he pot? He's not potting. Blessing in this case will be as guilty as charged of having received a chance, and yet he has let the chance get blown away almost in thin air. You are almost sure that Kasozi will be punishing him here. I don't understand Blessing's overconfidence. It is 3 blues to go, and then the black with a disappointed Blessing, especially how he has handled this frame, and even a much more disappointed crowd that are all supporting him. They just want him to make them happy, and then he takes the money for the first 10 frames. It seems Blessing hasn't done that whatsoever. This frame is supposed to be very critical for both of the players. If Blessing won it and got himself to 2 frames difference, you think the fight is even more on for Joseph Kasozi to increase his lead to 4. He needs backspin with right motion in it, such that the cue ball moves rightwards after putting blue to the same corner pocket. He wants to put the black. That is beautiful. The sharpshooter is punishing the bullet train for playing a little clumsily and wins frame number 10. Joseph Kasozi 7, Blessing Muzarurwi 3. Should Kasozi win this match, like he seemingly may, it will be a very powerful build-up to action that he is poised to have tomorrow between himself and Zim number 1. That is Eshka for $2,000. Pending confirmation, action is expected at the Eshka's Pool Arena in Harare. Before then, still it is the turn of Blessing to show what he's made of. He's in the first 10 frames being outplayed. We are starting the next session of 10 frames. We are expected to play a maximum of 33 frames if we have this match end in a decider. Of the 33, Blessing still needs 13. Sorry, of the 23 that are left, Blessing still needs 13. Kasozi needs 10. Blessing actually needs 14. Cue ball is not natural for either of the yellows. If he puts with a normal roll, that's why he needs some kind of skill, which he's executing quite well, utilizing a foul by Kasozi. Last time out that he visited the table, should put the yellow closest to white first. 2 yellows that have to be played with backspin. 1 is done. The second backspin should be played even bigger, maybe bouncing it off the right cushion, then moving leftwards. He may want to put black to the corner bottom right. In my opinion, the shot should be right spin, cue ball bouncing off the cushion, and then moving leftwards. No, he moves it bottomwards and plays it even better and gets a well-deserved round of applause from the fans as Blessing, with 1 visit of the table, is winning frame 11 without a shadow of a doubt. Blessing 4 and Kasozi 7. I didn't want to hotspot myself. If I do hotspot, this slow speed. YouTube is good, it's not like Facebook. When I removed the hotspot, the video was off already. It went live again. Not having to start the video.
Yes, George. I'm Judah. I'm Judah. Judah.
He says so. Ah, your internet is good. I talk to them while I let you. I talk to you know, sometimes you talk to them, then they become because they have lost a friend. Eh? Okay, hi guys. KASOZI is friend of his was a footballer. I know. Once again, good afternoon, dear viewers. Watching on Kipixel's Photography Facebook, watching on Peter Chobe Live YouTube. You are watching frame number 14 between Zimbabwe's Blessing MUZARURWI and Uganda's Joseph KASOZI, racing to 17 for 1,400 US dollars. The Ugandan is halfway there. He needs to win 9 more. Actually, not yet halfway there. The match is even not yet halfway stage. Blessing still has even a longer journey to travel. The race to 17 is for 1,400 US dollars here at Southeast Bar in Mashingo. This tournament is the aftermath of a comp of the Zimbabwe Polar Station that ended yesterday at the venue, the Nevisan Select Annual Championship, which in the men's event was won by Eshka, who walked away with 1,000 US dollars. He will be hoping that KASOZI will be accepting the invitation to the Eshka's later pool arena in Harare to have a match between KASOZI and Eshka for all the money that Eshka won in the competition ×2. How good will this shot be from Blessing? He still needs an even bigger shot, maybe play combination shot, put both yellow and blue to the corner pocket bottom right and manipulate the cue ball well in the same shot. Beautiful from Blessing, should be on the verge of winning frame number 14. Yellow to the center pocket, left with backspin. The second yellow to be potted to the same center pocket. The yellow that is packed at the corner pocket top right should be used to manipulate cue ball for black, which should be potted to the center pocket, corner pocket. Left is starting, he's nominating to start with the packed yellow first. I think for the reason that he has pretty much natural white for black if he plays by backspin. Beautiful, the rest is a formality. Blessing 6 and KASOZI 8. Race to 17. Thank you for watching Mahad Bukenya. You may as well advise me about where you're watching from, just in case we get to know the outreach of this action. You say the table is not in good shape. No, it's a good table. It is United brand. It also is in good condition. It's maybe the brand or the balls themselves. It's just the cue ball, which is Aramis. The rest ordinary. Tendai Kichumba, thank you for watching. Dahaf Cokley, Stephen Karunji, you are complaining of network. I'm watching the video as well on a different gadget and is very fine. Barnaby Maviza supporting Babydo, watching somewhere from Zimbabwe, I think in Harare. Thank you for watching just as well. Facebook viewers, try Mochisenga, thank you for watching. Aibo Kaninga, thank you for watching. You said that Kasozi rushes a lot to make decisions, okay. Tinashe Matthias Nyeribani, thank you for watching. On the Facebook stream, Adkins Gapare, hello to you. Davis Ahomuza watching on Kipixel's photography, as well as Tashenga Nyamotamba. Welcome to the stream, and thank you for giving these players and us as streamers your attention. It is once again the last day of action here at the Southeast Bar, where Joseph Kasozi and yes, Blessing MUZARURWI are racing to 17. There is $1,400 at stake, with the score having been narrowed from 5 frames to 1, with which Kasozi led some time back, and now it is only 8 frames to 6 since then. Blessing has won 5, Kasozi has won only 3. Dear viewers, for the first time since the second frame, Blessing is just on the verge of having equal scores with Kasozi, because he's on the verge of leveling the scores with 15 frames played. It is Blessing 7, it is Kasozi 8, as close and as tight as it can be. Race to 17 for $1,400. Ring Snooker, thank you for watching from Kakamega in Kenya and appreciating the commentary. Vincent Kawanje watching from Kwekwe in Zimbabwe. I was in Kwekwe for just about 20 minutes, just when the bus backed on the way from Bulawayo to Harare. Some busy town, but it's even more busy in this arena, where all 8 tables have got nobody playing pool. Pool players and fans and well-wishers alike are all gathered around the center table to watch this action with pretty much nationalistic interests at heart, because yes, they can see the Zimbabwean flag on the scoreboard, the way of Blessing, the Ugandan flag on the red side of the scoreboard, the way of Kasozi. If Blessing gets to make a clearance of these blues, he will be equalizing for the first time in the match. Just yesterday evening, Blessing won a money match against the Ugandan for the very first time. It ended in a decider between himself and Ian Kaziwe, a bizarre decider with lots of drama in the same frame, won by Blessing If he wins this one, it will be him winning 2 Ugandans on 2 consecutive days. Outside of them, his performances in many matches has actually not been that bad whatsoever. He has victory in a long race against Kelvin, racing to 21. He has 1 victory against Malvan. He has 1 victory against it could as well become another victory. The more hard he has fought, the more inspired his fans have become, the more likely it is that he will be winning this frame and winning it by break and finish and having it as an equalizer, playing so well, shooting so well, using the cue ball to have the black off the cushion for Blessing to need 1 big pot. In the same shot, manipulating the cue ball, simply tap the blue. Beautiful. The rest is a formality. The scoreboard has even already been flipped. They know what he can do when faced up against the black. Oh no! I never ever saw that coming. The guy flipping the scoreboard had already done his work. Mother luck did evade him. The frame is alive once again. It's not yet gone away from Kasozi. He may want to do the daring thing of wanting to finish it in his current visit of the table. If he did, it will be pretty much the clearance of the match so far. If you look at the position of the black, it has some space between it and the jaw of that corner pocket where it is packed for Kasozi to pass one of his yellows. Maybe both. The fans are getting dead silent. They have their fears that the frame they considered theirs could be on the verge of stolen from their jaws. And Kasozi now plays the black away from the pocket, playing a yellow off black. Now making it easy for himself. He will want to play 1 more snooker. Tap the cue ball right against the yellow that is frozen against the cushion near the center pocket right. He will have no intention to play, to pot. And yes, he plays a snooker. Not so certain it's a total snooker. Blessing wanting to find black off the cushion with power, with the intention to pot. He finds the black, but it is a foul. No reason for the fans not to believe that the frame is gone. Just 2 minutes ago, the scoreboard keeper was just about to flip the scoreboard on the Zimbabwean side from 7 to 8. He may now have to flip the scoreboard on the Ugandan side from 8 to 9 in the same frame. The fans are lacking a little bit of discipline. Joseph Kasozi will not play until they are silent. Now that they are silent, he will be playing and manipulates the cue ball pretty much perfectly, though there is a cut between cue ball and black, to the effect that if it's a normal roll, he could put the cue ball to the center, to the corner pocket bottom left. That's why he's tapping the black by backspin and plays it safe and sinks the black and wins the frame. Blessing MUZARURWI 7 and Joseph Kasozi 9.
Stickers, Baba. Stickers, come on. Come on, come on.
Robin.
Every time Kasozi wins the frame, the crowd goes dead silent. The lead for the Ugandan shooter against the Zimbabwean bullet train has again been extended to 3, 7 frames to 10. Bibido is down. He must win 10 before Kasozi can win 7 out of the next 16. Race to 17. Uganda 10 and Zimbabwe 3. Here comes the break of frame number 18. Aiming for the pyramid is the sharpshooter. Hits them hard. Looks like a dry break. Yes, it is. The yellows look better positioned. Bibido will want to play the yellows and want to finish them off. By Red Apple come within 2 frames of Joseph. He wants not to cancel the victory that got him so happy yesterday against Ian. He seemed so sure that he will take down Joseph Kasozi. That Blessing immediately suggested after the victory against Ian that he can play Kasozi today. Kasozi accepted and suggested that the two play a little bit more money than the 1,000 US dollars that was played between himself and Ian. And here we are with $400 increased pot. Blessing should be finishing this one. He needs, however, to play 1 or 2 more big shots. It's still 5 blues on the table. He has been able to play the black open, have it in space. The finish of the frame is still not an obvious formality. He does get to the cue ball pretty much to the same exact position it was before the pot. I'm not so certain why the fans are clapping their hands. The shot looks inaccurate. It's quite hard him potting a ball. The center pocket is occupied by... Oh, he has another ball to pot. The one to the center pocket left should be in business, Bibido. I also want to clarify, it is not even the second time that the two are facing off against each other. It is the second, but the first was not on Thursday. It was just about 1.5 years ago at Queen's Sports Club in Bulawayo. And that match was posted to this very platform. It was won by Kasozi. But in the second, in frame number 11, there is a red apple by the bullet train. Bibido 8 and Kasozi 10. It's now frame number 19. These players are all aiming for the top ball. It was a dry break last time round from Kasozi, a dry break this time round from Bibido. Kasozi's intention will be to do what exactly Bibido has just done about a minute ago when Kasozi broke dry and Bibido cleared the frame. The frame Kasozi is trying to finish in the very next frame is kind of tricky. There is one dead yellow, the one that is frozen in between black and another blue. I'm left to see if Kasozi will want to go for a single visit clearance. It is possible, but difficult and risky. Still find the solutions within himself, within his gifted pair of hands, within his own abilities. Now we'll want to play the black and yellow open. Yes, he does. Maybe in the end he could be on the verge of doing exactly what Bibido has just done. He wants to finish the frame. He wants to extend his lead. He wants it a 3-frame cushion, 2 yellows to go. He may want to put both of them to the same corner pocket at the bottom left. Black, yellow. The yellow intercepts the movement of the white, but seemingly KASOZI is a little bit lucky because still portable. Backspin cue ball off the cushion. The rest is a formality. With a silent crowd, KASOZI aims for black and sinks it in and regains a 3-frame lead. It is Joseph KASOZI and Uganda 11, blessing MUZARURWI and Zimbabwe 8 race to 17. We are back at it against the murmuring crowd. Maybe the fear of the worst. KASOZI once led by 4 frames. Bibido has been coming back, but KASOZI has been avoiding Bibido getting so close. At one point actually he came so close. With a 1-frame lead. When perhaps KASOZI was on 9, Bibido got himself to 8. KASOZI extended to 10. Now it's 11. 3 frames in a row that have been broken dry by both players. Open table it is, Blessing playing yellow into another yellow. And closing the table, he's playing yellows. But won't be happy whatsoever. By the way, I beg your pardon, Bibido is playing blues. It was blue played into blue, not yellow into yellow. And then in the resulting shot, he fouls. Early in the day, I saw Malvan at the venue trying to provoke KASOZI. That you guy, why don't we play again? I remember Malvan saying that you can only play. Sorry, KASOZI told Malvan that they can only play again because yes, they played yesterday. Match won by Malvan. Not yesterday exactly. 2 days ago it was won by Malvan. KASOZI said he can only play with him again if he avails Aramaic balls, which are made to learn that here in Mashingo Notable has them. In Harare and Blawayo, they are available. There we are. Bibido does it, but not exactly the way he would have wanted. He pots. White ball bounces off the cushion and it's played into one of KASOZI's yellows. He goes for the bank with the aim to play snooker. Yes, a snooker it is, not a total snooker though, because KASOZI has sight of the yellow that is near the center pocket left. He can only see it partially. In fact, if he plays it carelessly, he could put the cue ball. Probably that's why he's playing off the cushion. For me, it looks like a foul because he had the sight of the ball and yet he played off cushion. Yes, there is agreement between the players that there is a foul. Free shot, Bibido. He seems not yet so sure of what to play for a free shot. He wants to ensure that his current visits of the table, including the free shot and one other shot, ends in him potting black. He's taking all the time in the world. He has the cue ball in hand, and hopefully for him and for Zimbabwe, he wins the frame and brings it within 2 of KASOZI. He got victory over Pakanat Jamo. He got victory, yes, over Ishmael Mtetwa. He got victory over Kelvin Nkandu. He also has one victory against Malvan in a money match. So he's not a bad long racer at the end of the day, but yes, the first ever time I met him was at Queen's in Bulawayo in 2023 towards the end of the year, as the night before that second edition of that championship. The two played a relatively short money match that was won by KASOZI, who was already a formidable player. However, in the last 2 years, Blessing's game has grown so much that he made himself the match favorite even before the start of action. He was very sure in word and expression and body language. When he was told to increase the stake, he never hesitated whatsoever. He even doesn't mind playing again, even after this. But again, he's taking on a way more experienced player who has played such matches in way bigger numbers, played more competitions, and of course, having longer longevity in the sport at the top level. For Joseph KASOZI, a member of the Uganda national pool team from the year 2016 up to present date. As for Bibido, if I'm not mistaken, he has been on the Fish Eagles national pool team, perhaps for a maximum of 3 years. Joseph KASOZI could be winning frame number 20 here. The two yellows pretty much potable, but manipulation of the cue ball before putting the last yellow to the bottom end of the table. This ball has to be played with a relatively big backspin, leaving KASOZI leaves a cut between white and yellow. Once he plays backspin, cue ball moves towards the bottom right end of the table, where he has perfect white for him to pot black, and surely will be extending his lead to 4 frames for the second time in the match. Black is sunk. The sharpshooter wins the frame. A very hard fought frame, but a well fought frame. Zimbabwe 8, Uganda 12. After 20 frames played, Bibido asks for a very necessary timeout. The action will be stopping. The live stream will remain on, but commentary shall resume upon resumption of action. Once again, KASOZI 12 and Blessing 8.
Come on, bro, we have a flight in 1 hour.
That's enough. That's enough. But he has a good game
I want to shoot at least bro.
It's not C, it's wireless. It's C.
Okay. You eat ice cream. Ice cream. Chances are chances.
Just like the process group.
I'm on sharpshooter. I'm on It's okay, bro. It's okay. Confidence. Confidence, Kasozi. Confidence.
Yeah, to stuff.
Just in case you're just joining the stream, dear viewers, yes, it is pretty much the last 10 frames also between Blessings MUZARURWI Bibito and Joseph Kasozi, the sharpshooter from Zimbabwe and Uganda, respectively, racing to 17 for $1,400 US. It is, yes, an aftermath of the Zimbabwe Polo Station Navy Sun Select Pool Championship that happened yesterday at the venue. And pretty much, yes, also an aftermath of the tour of Ugandans Joseph Kasozi and Ian Kazibe to the country of Zimbabwe on the way to Zambia, all the way from Uganda, to participate in the Billiards Cafe Double Life Classic that is happening this Thursday. They are still in Zimbabwe today, but their last day in the city of Mashingo. After this, they will head to an overnight bus that shall be heading to Harare, where there will be 3 matches tomorrow, if nothing changes. After then, they head to Lusaka by bus. Destination Billiards Cafe. This match is having live action on Break and Fit on Peter Chobe Live YouTube, as well as Q Pixels Photography Facebook page. The channels are having the same exact commentary. Kasozi needs to pot. He could allow Blessing to come within one. It is, yes, another miss. Yes, another opportunity for Blessing, just that he has one ball pretty much not so good there. Blue, that is close to the bottom cushion. If you can manipulate cue ball well for that one, Blessing should be good enough for winning frame number 23. Here he is. He wants to play it with backspin, move the cue ball towards the right end of the table. Just like that. Now needing to have the cue ball bounce off the cushion, move it towards the middle part of the table, off cushion. Beautiful. Wanting to cut the blue to the center pocket left, cue ball bouncing off the top cushion, moving back into play. Looks a little bit tricky. Still can cut the black to the corner pocket bottom left for him to come within one of Kasozi. It is a foul, a very unfortunate foul after playing so well. He needed simply to have been on target, not minding the position of the cue ball, because for as long as he had potted the black, even though the cue ball had been played into Kasozi's blue, Kasozi's yellow, sorry, whether or not he would have potted it, it would still be the same exact effect. And maybe the frame came so close to winning, he's even closer to losing. He came so close to coming within one frame of Kasozi. Now he's even closer to letting Kasozi take a 3-frame lead yet again, to the disappointment of the fans watching at the venue. The Ugandan is extending his lead. He's coming within 4 frames of the victory. And yes, after 23 frames played, it is Blessing 10 and Kasozi 13. With Blessing needing to win 7, Kasozi needing to win 4 out of the remaining 10 frames. Frames like that sometimes can mean to be a turning point of games like this. There have been so many dry breaks in this match, and frame number 24 is one of them. Blessing gets to close the frame, to close the table, sorry. Playing the blues, you just get to look at them, 6 of them on the table. 1 of them is pretty much dead, the one that is frozen near the center pocket right. He will be having it in mind as he goes for the frame. Perhaps play the blue he's looking at off in the same vein. It's a shot I would try out if I were him, but I'm not him. After all, he has 2 of Kasozi's yellows just behind his blue, packed at the corner pocket top right where he's having his body now. He has gone for the simplest post option of them all, but it's an option not to put. Kasozi wants to play another safety himself. It is a foul. A very good opportunity for Blessing. It is the free shot to play the dead ball open and then go for the kill. That will bring him yet again within 2 frames of Kasozi. For Kasozi, looking at the position of the blue, and yes, informing Blessing that the blue is frozen against the cushion. It means he has to play it or the cue ball to reach another cushion besides the one against which it's frozen if he doesn't pot, or maybe any of the balls on the table reaching the cushion after contact between white and blue. The shot is legal and okay, and pretty much a chance for Bibido to take the frame. He has all the whites, all the good position of all the blues and all the black, all the table to himself, all the chance to win frame number 24. He has lost his cue ball. At some time, Blessing has been so suspect in this match. It has shown so many of his strengths, but also a few of his weaknesses. Can he recover by cutting the blue sharp to the center pocket right? He does recover. Yes, he does. And at the same center pocket, he has just spotted the blue. Blessing will attempt to pot the black, this time much easier than the blue was anyway. It is possible. It is potable. And Blessing 11, Kasozi 13, race to 17. The usually offensive-minded Bibido is deciding on what I like to call the negative break. Break not exactly to pot, but not to have a very big split of the box. Maybe after so many dry breaks from both of the players, they are fearing to break big, splitting the balls open and giving chance to their opposition to finish the incoming frame. The table is still open. Blessing can play blue and pot yellow, can play yellow and pot blue. He will have closed the table playing the color. He will have potted. Plays yellow and pots blue and closes the table playing blue. And gets a very deserved round of applause from the fans. Trying to go for the kill, trying to make himself a beneficiary of what you would call that negative break, where he broke not to pot but not to allow Kasozi attack easily if he were to break dry or break foul. Still has work to do though. Has to get the cue ball bounce off 2 cushions. There he goes. Not casual him potting the ball here. You hold fancy. The blue that is left to absorb them all is the easier potable to the corner pocket top right. The shot he's trying to play in the same shot, trying to manipulate cue ball well enough for yet another blue. He misses the blue, playing into the other, misses the shot, misses the pot, and gives to his opponent a chance at least to play. The opponent has a pretty much bad looking yellows frame, but yes, he has a chance to play. Here comes the Ugandan sharpshooter. He may want to play the cue ball into the two yellows that are frozen against each other. He misses the ball, almost got the white sunk. He also got the skill wrong. He would have missed the opening anyway, even though he had potted. Maybe the chance comes back to Blessing to come within one frame of Kasozi. Yet again, even bigger is the chance. His work is cut out. He has to pot a ball, one blue. He must not allow himself to get snookered after the pot. Cue ball will not be natural. If he pots, he may need to bounce the cue ball off the top cushions. For a reason, he's starting with the leftwards blue first. And yes, it is top class shooting from the Zimbabwean. For that shot, he has been clinical and elaborative and imaginative. The movement of the cue ball for the black even better. A round of applause from the fans is in order. Blessing wins a very magical frame, number 25. He's yet again within just one frame of the Ugandan. We could see this one go all the way to the wire. It is possible. Blessing 12 and Kasozi 13.
It's the one which is working. It's working. It's different from the one. Yes, I brought the one. No, but I also thought they were working. Like, make sure. I'm perfectly sure.
Testing sound. Check. Rest to 17. Check.
Short, short. Short, boy. Yeah, yo. Change this one.
They know exactly what they are doing.
Kasozi demands that they organize the fans let him play. It is true, every time he's aiming for the black, they shout at him. Of course, it's not sporting, but still, he will play. And yes, he puts. In the end of the day, he wins the frame and denies what came so close to Bibido equalizing after Joseph Kasozi fouling on the break. Bibido couldn't even close the table. The Uganda needs to win 3. Bibido still needs to win 5 out of the next 7 frames. Kasozi 14 and Blessing 12, rest to 17.
Microphone check. Which one?
Perhaps the remaining frames, which are a maximum of 7, including this one, could take a little bit longer time. You get a feeling they could be won by experience. In the previous frame, you saw failure of Bibido in a frame there to be taken, even failing to close the table, and yet in the incoming frame, an unforced error where he has spotted the cue ball almost from nowhere. It just happens, and for a free shot, Kasozi had intention to play a shot that splits the frame open, which has not been well executed, but his intention is to finish the frame in his other visit of the table on purpose to play the blues. Still open is the table. He does go for the blues and closes the table and is playing blues.
Microphone check.
There we go, dear viewers. Should Kasozi find a way of finishing these blues and the black, it will start to seem highly unlikely that Blessing will be mounting a comeback, because if he does, Kasozi will need to win just 2 more, which you think he has within himself to do. So will he cut the blue to the center pocket left and maintain the cue ball? Yes, he makes the cut. At one time it looked unsure whether he had played his ball first. There is no contest from either Blessing or his fans. The next, he simply has to roll, perhaps allow the cue ball to bounce off the cushion just a little, just like that. Pretty much portable. Almost natural for him, maintaining cue ball for black, also portable to the center pocket left. It's starting to look extremely terrible for Blessing and starting to look extremely blessing for Kasozi, who must avoid starting with yellow. And in this frame, he has played a very, very wonderful pattern. So well executed, so well thought, so well played, and so well won. Joseph Kasozi now 15 and Blessing MUZARURWI 12. And the match is in the meantime live on Q Pixels Photography, Facebook and YouTube, as well as Peter Chobe Live YouTube. All of them fans in their thousands in total now witnessing the Ugandan needing to win 2, while Blessing needs to win 5 out of 6. Kasozi will definitely want to break big. He aims for the pyramid, the blue, the top ball. Big P hit, but a dry break. When chances like this come, Bibido must make them count. He must win a frame and another, must be able to come back. He can only allow Kasozi to win 1 more. Anything other than that, Bibido makes himself $1,400 US poorer. He's on the yellows. Seems to be under enormous pressure. And the silence is almost deafening. He's playing well enough to win frame number 28 with his current visit of the table. He has had a few overtly seen unforced errors in the match, 3 or 4 of them, all of which have caused him lose very critical frames. He still has the hope in the game. You never say never. He has table advantage on his side. It's a united table. He has home ground advantage on his side. All of them fans supporting him at the venue. Maybe 200 or so. Kasozi having 1 fan. That is Ian. Look at the spin. Where will it rest? It is okay. Maybe one of the better shots, not just in the frame, also in the match. Bibido showing us the side of him that got him known as the bullet train, with too much speed and too much skill, too much accuracy, and such a joy to watch. Could get himself snookered here. Yes, he is snookered, at least partially. Has sight of the yellow. I don't think it is sight enough for him to pot it. He will try though. Maybe he can. He goes for the corner pocket top and misses. It looks even more terrible than it was momentarily ago. That miss puts Kasozi in an overwhelming favorite's position for what will be his first money match 1 out of 3, having lost out to Maluva. Also to Sakala. Kasozi fouls. Advantage Bibido. Every time he puts the ball or wins the frame, his fans will get in. They will be encouraging him that it is difficult, but yes, you have got the ability to do it, and yes, he has. Has to be a simple roll. May want to put both yellow and black to the same center pocket right. and we'll be putting them right. Black is sunk, Bibido 13 and Kasozi 15. They share. If you win, they share. For you to appreciate how tense these games can mean to be, I like it sometimes when I just leave you to watch for some few minutes without no commentary. You get a real feel of what exactly is happening here. Now what is happening is one of the best shots of the match from Blessing MUZARURWI. Clearly, he's on the verge of coming within one frame of KASOZI, making it realistic that he can come from behind this big and win this match. Even after the thinnest of opportunity given to play, he's utilizing it with two hands. A round of applause once again is in order. After 29 frames of play, KASOZI 15 and Blessing 14. 4 frames to go. Just 4. Blessing needs to win 3 of them. KASOZI 2. It can go anywhere. You won't imagine the celebration that would be should Blessing complete this comeback and win this match. They are breaking very different. Kasozi breaking big. Blessing breaking defensively. Kasozi simply going for the game. Seems to be aiming for the top ball. Again, it is dry. It's now Blessing having a rare opportunity to equalize for what will be the very first time in the match. The only time that the scores were level in this match was before the first frame was finished, which was won by Kasozi. Since then, scores have not been level whatsoever. Sometimes the Blessing has come close, but not close enough. But in frame number 30, this is the closest that Blessing will be getting to equalizing. If he gets to equalize, he has a chance to win this match, which will be one of the most famous victories of his entire career. How good will the cue ball be? There we go. He has all of them blues in sight, potting something different altogether. And the one that is left towards of them all needs a very sharp cut. Maybe he may have to play some kind of defense. Playing a bank, he gets it wrong. That came so close to a foul. It also came so close to a miss. Kasozi may have to count himself fortunate there, but it's a good opening for him to try and win the frame. It's just now him against the pressure of his opponent and yes, of his fans, playing himself out of position in terms of the cue ball, having sight of only one of 5 yellows on the table, portable only perhaps to the center pocket left hand, sharp cut. He simply has to play it in. His shot lacked a little bit of proficiency. The only way to recover is by potting. By bank, it's in. Maybe he can see some light at the end of the tunnel. The yellow he's playing is a will be bad of all of them left on the table, and it's also gotten sunk. He has quite sufficient to put one to the corner pocket top left with backspin, cue ball backwards, maybe so bigly backwards. We will start with the yellow that is bottomward of the two, having it sunk to the corner pocket bottom right, and cue ball bouncing off the cushion, moving towards just around the middle of the table with a lot of skill and a lot of spin, a lot of vigor, even under the vein of pressure. The fans always shout at him when he's playing critical shots, but this time around he will not mind. He's utilizing a half a chance given to win a full frame and puts the black. It is 3 frames to go. Blessing must win them all or else succumb to the loss of $1,400 US. Blessing 14 and Kasozi 16. For the last 6-7 frames, the break has been so predictable. Blessing realizing that both players were breaking dry for almost all of the match, he's decided no longer to hit the balls hard, only breaking negative. Kasozi breaking dry, sometimes Blessing utilizing
Oh, now you know shoulder.
He now has to win them all, playing the kind of game that we all don't know that is the one he plays. Sometimes situations, force things, critical situations call for critical action. Joseph Kasozi responding to defense with the defense. The pile up of yellows and blues just around the black spot of the table where the black is as well is the reason as to why these players are shooting in big fear of splitting those balls open. And I just think that Kasozi is the one of both players who may want to say enough is enough and then try to go for the frame, but it's not easy. He may want to put blue to the center pocket left, instead going for another defense shot. I've not seen a frame between the two played like this. Even given their nicknames, one of them a sharpshooter, not playing sharpshooting pool, one of them a bullet brain, not playing like so. Even when Kasozi has spotted, he did not intend exactly to do so. But yes, he's on the blues. He has refused to play a shot that opens up the frame. Blessing will as well refuse. But just given the current scoreline, it is worrying signs for the Zimbabweans here in Mashingo, in Bulawayo, in Gweru, in Kwekwe, in Harare, in Matabeleland North and South. But the signs of expectations in Kampala and Jinja and Bali and Entebbe and Arua that their son should be on the verge of making them proud this time round. It is the most defensive frame you will be seeing because of the respect between the players, but also the position of a pile-up of yellows and blues all around the black. But it is Blessing that has his yellows occupying the corner pockets which are close to the piled up balls. Now given this position, you get to think he has every right to play a shot that splits those yellows open. If he gets to put one of them, he could be on the verge. But Kasozi will not be letting him do it easily, but the kind of cue ball he has, he plays yet another yellow safe. It is a brain game which now Blessing is leading and leading bigly. Who will be the first to blink? Who will be the first to miss? It is the time that we are streaming to a few thousand people watching balls which are played with no intention to pot, but this time round, Blessing says enough is enough. Kasozi says, bring it on. Should you not reach home, I am ready to pounce. Maybe it's just the black, and Blessing may want to play the cue ball into the black to play it open. Not really. He gets it just slightly wrong. His intention, though fans are clapping, was not to play the cue ball into the yellow. It was to play it into the black to create space between black and the two blues, which hasn't exactly been the case. But yes, he will try again. The yellow that is in between the two, the three actually once spotted, could allow him that. He may not want to put it exactly now. Now he has created a little cut between the white ball and yellow is looking at. His intention is to draw it backwards, but with left motion, play it into the blues that are holding into the black to play the black open. Beautiful. The end of the day, now it's just him and his pattern. He has done all the hard work, and the work he still has to do is the easier, but must make it count. It will only be validated if he wins the frame in his current visit of the table. He surely must try. Here we are. Look at the yellow, look at the cue ball, look at the black, look at the moment of truth. Here we are. He has sight of the black. I don't know though if it is sight enough for him to have a cut on it, which puts it to the corner pocket bottom left. He plays it with spin and sinks it in. Well, how about that for a clearance from Blessing MUZARURWI? It's now one frame separating the two frames to go. Blessing still needs to win them both. KASOZI needs one of them. Blessing 15 and KASOZI 16. KASOZI is going to break a frame in the match for the one and final time. If he loses the frame, the decider shall be having Blessing to break. For KASOZI, he has been breaking dry almost for the last 1.5 hours. How good will he break his break be? He has even looked up to the sky as though calling upon the Almighty to give him a big and powerful break. How good will the break be? It looks big, but again, it looks dry. Yes, dry it is. This time round, you don't think you'll have all the defensive antics you had in the last frame. If Blessing is to win a second consecutive Ugandan for the first time on a second consecutive day, it will be a second consecutive decisive frame. Here we are. And amongst the Zimbabwean players, I can see Leonard Kazembe at the venue watching this. For the first half of the match, I was seeing Malvan Mokonza watching this. Shingi watching the action, especially at the start. The most of the players who are around are Mashingo based. Those that came from Harare and Bulawayo are mostly on the way back home. The one that is based in Kampala is leading by 16 frames to 15. Here we are.
Patience.
When you zoom, when not live, you play it a bit backwards. When you zoom. want to see the one that lies down. Then too much technology. Yeah, for
the fear of the unknown for both sets of players, and they are both sets of fans. Maybe for Kasozi, no sets of fans, it's just one fan. Kasozi claims there is a foul. Blessing seems to agree. Cue ball in hand. This could be the final dance for the sharpshooter. He's having his t-shirt with the word hated, as though speaking to the fans of Blessing at the venue that they hate him, whatever it is. Here we are. The fans of Blessing seem to be instead happy with Kasozi's choice of free shot. In my opinion, it doesn't look that bad. It's just Kasozi versus himself, versus his pattern, versus his temperament, versus his mental fortitude for $1,400 US. Of course, pride at stake. Having come to Zimbabwe, having played 2 races, losing them both to Maluva, to Sakala, having a chance to redeem himself and redeem himself now. There's just one fan of his, Ian, who is having those little claps that you may be hearing in the background. There is a very stubborn fan that is making noise as Kasozi plays, but the pattern looks okay, maybe more than okay. He puts the would-be bad of them 4 blues that were left on the table, looking closer to the pride, to the money, to the victory, which will be a very consequential victory. He's a big name player, no shade of a doubt, a bigger name than Blessing because of experience, because of longevity, because of achievement in the game, most especially in their respective home countries. He's deciding to irritate the irritating fan by simply playing well. Now 1 or 2 big shots should make him a winner. This one backspin off the cushion. This is full sight of the last yellow. I want to believe that he will be putting it to the center pocket left, having the cue ball bounce off the bottom cushion with a little bit of spin on it, moving towards just around the middle point of the table. Has to be on target. On target he is. Came so close to snookering himself. He needs 1 big pot for Roxbury, his management team, for Uganda, his country, for himself, the player, for the pride, for the money. He's sipping water for 1 final time. I know that the fans will be making their usual antics as he plays. Most of the times when away from home, it is part of the game. It will not be an excuse should he miss the black. He's nicknamed the sharpshooter for a reason, that he knows how to shoot them balls, especially on long range. Kasozi versus the black for the victory. Aims and plays and puts. Victory for Ugandan on Zimbabwean soil sponsors the silence at the arena. And after 2.5 hours, after a well-fought match, after lots of brilliances and clearances and drama in the match, victory goes to the Ugandan. Final score, Joseph Kasozi 17 and Blessing 15.
Red Bull.